Hey, this is a Hakawati production. Hi, everyone. It's great that you're here and you're in for some mind-bending fun. But before you take your eyes off of whatever device you're listening to, make sure you're subscribed to The Men's Room so you can be in the loop. Our guest today is none other than a real-life magician. And not that kind that pulls rabbits out of hats at children's birthdays. He's more the kind that boggles the minds of even the most skeptical adults. His name is Raymi. Hi, Raymi.
Hello, Nadia.
Welcome to The Men's Room.
Well, thanks for having me.
So when I told people I had a magician coming on today, they were all like, yeah, right, like that doesn't exist. Is there such a thing as real magic?
Well, this is a big question and I love it. Well, the thing is, magic are tricks, but your brain processes it as magic, if you know what I mean. So whatever, like, let me explain in a different way. So if I'm doing for you a card trick, okay, I put a card in your mind and this and your hand and this card change. So what happened is the trick that changed, but in your mind, it is magic. So the mind is the process, the magic. And that's what I believe in and that's what I want to people to believe in. You know
I mean, it does sound like a stupid question, what I asked you. But the truth is, there are some tricks that are just so incredible that even people who would never believe in magic, you tell yourself it's a trick, right?
True.
But then you'll ask yourself, is it possible? Or you'll read about things that people have done. You know, people make things move with their mind and things like this. And you ask yourself, is there a slight possibility that there are some people in this world that can actually do magic?
Well, that's the beauty of magic, you know, it's changed your beliefs for a second. And that's why the magic brings the best of you, you know, it brings the child of everyone you meet. That's what I love about performing magic, you know, like you can be like a prime minister, like very bossy, you know what I mean? And then I perform for them like something nice. And they start laughing like a kids, you know what I mean? This is just beautiful. So this is the magic that I'm looking for. Disregard if it's fake or real, you know? It's just how it makes you feel.
Have you performed for a prime minister?
Yeah, when I was in Lebanon, like I used to perform in a scene that like comedy night called Scene. And they used to be all those ministers and stuff. Or you could see their reaction and they're like very bossy on TV. And then you see like them laughing and you know what I mean? So that's it.
That's amazing.
It's
such a fun job. But you're actually an illusionist. How do you define? I mean, we call you a magician, but obviously that's not the real word. How do you define what you do?
Well, the thing is, like in every art, magic is divided to a lot of sub-arts, you know what I mean? So when we say magician, it's just like the easiest thing for people to understand what we do. Illusion is the people that creates illusion. Magician is the guy that creates tricks, that creates illusion. So kind of the same thing. It's just like when I call the thing illusion, it's like I give it a bigger meaning, which is like me disappearing. I call it an illusion. But a card trick vanishing is just like a magic trick. So that's the only thing that I differ between both of them.
But you also call yourself a mind reader.
Well, this is mainly my main focus, because what I love is about the mind, and I read a lot of psychology and how the mind process and everything and regarding the mind. So lately I started like discovering and reading more and more and exploring more about the mind thing. So it's like whenever you say few words, you influence someone to pick a choice in their mind, and then you write something on a note and you give it to them, while you influence them to pick this thing, and you tell them like pick anything in the world, and they would go to it unconsciously, and then they look at the paper and it's the same thing that they thought of. This is like mind tricks that I really love because it's exciting for me. It doesn't work every time, you know, because it's the mind. You can change your mind any second, right? And at the end, it's like there's nothing materialistic about it, but the effect of it is just so memorable that you will always remember it.
So how long have you been doing this? And how did you end up doing this as a career? It's I don't know anyone. I've never met anyone, you know, in a social circle that does this for a living. How did it happen?
Well, when I was a kid, my parents wanted me to be a magician, though I wanted to be a doctor. And
No, you're joking. You're Lebanese. That's like, are you talking in opposites?
Yeah, exactly. So
good one.
So yeah, since I was in school, I wanted the attention of the cute girls, the teacher, center of some attention. So
You mean the teacher was hot? Is that what you're trying to say?
well, I had a few hot teachers,
Okay.
but they look at you as a kid when you were in school, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get the attention, and then I did my first show at my prom. I prepared for it, and then I did it. I'm like, God damn, being on stage is so fun, you know what I mean? And then I was like 17-ish, and then I'm like, okay, mom and dad, this is what I want to do. What's the deal here? So we had a few conversations. They were very supportive, and I'm very glad that they were that much support because I'm here because of them, So I'm really thankful for them. And I ended up like, okay, I will do a degree for university because, in Lebanon, you need a degree.
What degree did you do?
I did a business and finance, and I never used it, and I never went to university and took it. Imagine, I told my mom, this is for you, so you go take it. I'm going to be performing and practicing and stuff like that. And I continue to be a magician.
So how do you learn the craft? Do you just teach yourself, read books, watch films? How do you become better?
The bottom of all the above, it's all what you just said. So whatever you can get your hands on, and especially now it's easier than, like now you can just watch a convention online, or it's not like you have to travel like as much as before. But traveling, of course, when I travel, I meet a lot of people. I go to conventions, I get some books, individual work. You create something you own, so it's just individual work as much as you can.
Do you practice every day?
Well, now my practice is a bit different than before. So before I used to practice my hands. Now I practice like my shows, you know what I mean? My scripts. I read books that can help me perform better. So it's a practicing, but in a different, let's say, in a different field.
You're teaching yourself the skills that you need to improve depending on where you're at, I guess.
Of course. Like now, let me tell you, like let me give you a hunch. So when I'm performing magic trick or like a magic, not mentalism thing. So when you're performing this side or this side, the vocabulary is different. The character that you have is different. Everything is different. So now it's just like I'm studying my character more and more so I can explore more, so I can achieve more. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm just like trying to explain my vision so you can understand what do I practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're playing a character.
Of course. They say a magician is an actor who's acting as a magician.
Who says that?
Well, it's written in every book.
Really?
Yeah. This is how they describe us, especially at the...
It's an old art. I mean, it's been around for forever. Have the tricks changed a lot?
Of course. Well, the origin of magic, it was just like a bunch of people that knew some magic tricks. They used to use this as a powerful thing against the others. They have a skill that others don't have. So we should be the bosses. We should be the leaders. We should be. That's how the Greeks started the magic thing. And they had like a magician had like followers. Every follower, they would do whatever he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were leaders in their community.
Exactly. That's like, it's a powerful thing. So now it's a bit more entertaining, and how I take it is like entertaining and self-help. I don't like to call it self-help, but like whenever I'm performing for a few people, I like to give them a bit more than what they, like a bit more than just having a magic trick, like a memory that you'll always remember, like a nice feeling that you've had. It's been a while that you haven't felt that. For me, this is what magic is about. It's more than just making a coin disappear.
Like what kind of trick would do that?
Like, let's say, if I want to ask you like to think of any country, all right?
Are you asking me to think of a country?
You wanna try to do something like that?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I want you to take your time and think of someone really special in your life, all right? It could be family, it could be your ex, it could be friends that you've met whenever you met, you know what I mean? And what I want you to do, Nadia, I'm going to give you this paper.
Wait, am I going to have to reveal who it is at the end?
You want?
No.
Okay, so let me tell you how this works. Okay, so
I'm
if
like
you
your
block
worst, your worst person
no,
to do this with.
Don't say. I want you to pick someone that you would be comfortable talking about him. Because if you accept that, you will let me read your mind and understand what's happening in your mind.
Okay. All right, I've chosen someone.
Okay, so I'm going to give you this paper, please. Take this, sorry. I want you to write the name of the person. I'll draw a circle. Inside the circle, tear this paper down. Yeah, don't let me see it. tear down the paper.
Tear it out, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, and keep it in your pocket, in your hand, wherever you want.
Uh-huh.
And close the pad, and you can pass me. Yeah.
Wait, is this one of those markers? Okay.
Alright, sorry. Okay.
All good.
So I'm gonna take this. So Nadia, the beautiful thing about this is that you picked anyone. It could be literally anyone, right?
Yes.
All right. So what I want you to do is think of the letters of this person. I want you to mix the letter inside your mind. There's an A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful. I want you to mix them again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if there's a B or an E. It's like something that...
No.
Okay, so you just like giving me some hunches, some
hints,
some tips. All right, so what I'm gonna do... I wish this could... Let me try to do this, okay? Let me open it. Okay, so wait. Let me open a new paper. That's it. All right. So I want you to think if it's a big word, a small word. All right. It's fair enough in the middle. All right. It's not family. Just tell me yes or no.
Yes.
It is family.
Yes.
All right. It is someone that really affected your life that you really think of. I don't think it's not your brother.
No.
All right. It's something like cousins or something
No.
you see already. Okay. I think... Well, what's the first letter?
Well, do you want me to spell it out for you?
No, just the first letter.
It's a Z.
It's a Z.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I
Wow.
want to think of the full...
That's impressive already.
Thank you, Nadia.
You wrote it before I said it.
Yeah, that's... Or else it wouldn't be mind reading.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time... okay, I would say, so because it's on radio, is it Zani?
Close.
Who's is it? This is
Do
what
you
I
want me
know.
to tell you?
Yeah, you can
It's
say.
Zayn. It's my son.
Zayn.
Yeah.
It's Zayn, your son. Okay, beautiful. So that's how the mind process, you know? I get
That is
somehow...
weird. That is insane. You
Thank
have
you.
like one letter off. You have an extra N in there. That's crazy. How did you do that? I mean, where did you get this name?
Okay, so let me tell you something. Like, I try to understand, like, you know, if now I say, pick a number between 1 and 10 inside your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You have a number?
Okay.
Okay. Forget it. Empty your mind. And now pick another number.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 7?
The second one or the first one?
You picked 7 at
Yeah.
once. All right. Which one?
Everyone must pick 7, right?
No, tell me. Was it the first one or the second
The
one?
first.
All right. So when I was telling you, like, pick a number,
Yeah.
you can look at my hands. Pick a number.
Oh, it's like, oh my God.
So I
You're holding
influence
7
it.
fingers and
Exactly.
I subliminally chose 7.
Exactly.
No, I always choose 7, but
You
that's a
do?
good trick.
Yeah, but that's how I make sure that if you
Yeah.
like think of something, like your unconscious mind will just grab this
Yeah.
and like this is the first thing I
Yeah.
saw. You know, so
Yeah.
it's something
Think
like
of a
that.
number.
I didn't see you had 2 on your hand.
I can think of other numbers too.
Okay, so now I have a competition.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. Now I'm onto
afraid.
your little tricks. So when you started doing magic, was there like one magician that you really looked up to that really inspired you?
Well, I will answer you this question in a different way. Like, okay, they inspired me, like David Copperfield and stuff like that. But I never look up to them like I want to be them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm influenced by famous people in their characteristic, not in like what they do. Like what they do in a characteristic way. Let me explain. Let's say Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a football player. I'm a magician. Like I would never be a football player. But being like 33 or 34 and he still wants to break records and he's still like working hard every day. I'm like, this is the characteristic that I need. You know, so I look up to this characteristic. And let's say this and David Copperfield and another actor, a dancer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All those characteristics, I look up at all those characteristics more than just looking up for, yeah, I just want to be like this guy.
Yeah. That's what drives your desire towards success and towards
Of course,
being
because
better.
the problem now with people and with all the world, like with Instagram, everyone wants to copy the other one. And you lose your sense of yourself. That's why I hated it. Like, no. I used to be like that, by the way. I'm not like, I just noticed myself like lately. Like, no, I don't want to copy this or do like the same thing as this. I respect what he did. It's a beautiful thing. I will take his idea and like drift with my mind with it as long as I can. And then I want to come up with my own thing. You know what I mean? So, like the same thing, if I'm famous, I want to be, or if I'm successful, I want to be with those characteristics, but me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
You have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
You like tattoos.
Let's say.
You have like your left leg is covered in a bunch of interesting people, like Bob Marley.
True.
Who else do you have on there?
Well, I have 10 legends. Let's say Bob Marley. Let's say like it's Bob Marley, Cristiano Ronaldo, Einstein, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Tupac, Houdini, and Usain Bolt.
So these are kind of people that have inspired you.
Exactly. Each one of them has a characters that I really look up to, and I hope one day another guy will make my face on his leg. You know what
That's
I mean?
pretty bold, by the way. People who put other people's faces on their body. It's
It is, as I told you before. It's just like I like. It's not just like okay, I like this guy. No, it's just like it means to me more than just having their face. You know, it's like I'm looking up for this what he did for the world. You know, every one of them changed the world in a way.
yeah.
So
You have another tattoo that I like. I think on your front it says hustle.
yeah.
Are you
course.
a hustler?
Of course. In what sense? Because hustle is.
Do you have to be a hustler to do this job? I mean, people are not posting jobs on, job sites like Magician Wanted unless it's like a 6-year-old birthday party, right? We'll give you $20.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, so hustle, it's like me and my friends, like my bros, if you want, we can call them. We believe in hustle and loyalty. So I did hustle and I was gonna do loyalty, and then I got like busy that day and I ended up didn't do loyalty. But I believe in like those two words those are my motto in life.
That's funny that you got busy and you didn't do loyalty.
See?
Yeah. Now it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have it on a necklace, so I'm still.
Okay, you're
I'm
still loyal?
safe. Yeah.
Okay, good. You still have the same friends that got the tattoo with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those friends. I had a bunch of other friends that
you're not loyal to anymore.
Let's say, okay. The other way around.
That's too much
what I believe
personal
in.
stuff. But speaking of personal stuff, I know that you went through a rough period. How old are you now? You just had a birthday. You're 28.
Yeah, I'm 28.
And you went through a tough time where you were diagnosed with leukemia a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? How did it happen?
Honestly, it's the best thing that ever had happened in my life. All right. So I was 25 back then, and like life, thank God, I was fortunate. I'm a magician. I was getting booked. I was traveling and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, so this is life. You know what I mean? This is what gets to your mind. And then I did a show of myself. You buy tickets, a big show with my team, and like a big magic show, like a proper magic show.
Where?
In Lebanon. It was in Theater Antoine Choueire, and you could buy like your tickets in Virgin Radio. The commercials were on TV and all the kind of stuff. So I, as soon as finished, of course, I invested in the show. So I spent a lot of money. I got some in return, and then after the show, in 3-4 months, I was sick for a month.
How were you sick? What were the symptoms?
Just like a flu, like a normal flu. Okay, I took an antibiotics. Or like for 2 days I was fine, and then again it hit me again. So I felt like there's something not good. I went to the hospital, and my uncle is a doctor. He's a cardiologist, but you know, doctors, they know.
Sure.
So he's like, let me do you a blood test, and then your white blood cells should be at 10,000 blood cell in like unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they calculate it, and it was 220 tau.
Mm.
So he's like, he didn't tell me that day. He did another blood test and another. And then, you know, like life hits you like, boom. You don't understand what's happening. Your family is just like in shock. Everyone in shock. Your friends don't understand. Like, you know, like yesterday you were fine. That's how you think. And what happened then is like, I looked at myself. I'm like, okay, I need to accept this. I need to start looking forward for what's coming next, because it's not just about me. It's about all my people around me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to focus. I'm going to have a mindset, and then I'm going to start again, like, because you're going to start fresh and like after this, and I'm going to feel okay.
So you had to go through treatment?
Yeah, of course.
What kind of treatment?
I had, the good thing, it was at the beginning. So my chemotherapy, it was just pills that I take at home.
Okay.
But I used to do, like at the beginning, I used to do a blood test every other day or like every 5 days, because my platelets were very low. And then as soon as my body adapt to the meds after like 2-3 months, things started to be better. And thank God, like I'm always positive about it. Like I go to my doctor, I drink coffee with him. He's the only. I think I'm the only one. He laughs with me, and we have a good morning whenever I go visit him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like it's not. Like,
So you took the pills for a few months and basically got better?
Yeah, I took a pills for. I still take them for now.
You do?
Yeah, because
You have to keep them taking them forever?
Well, there's some people that believe this, and I don't believe in this. I'm gonna stop my pills like anytime soon, as soon as I'm ready for it, like mentally.
You've been on them for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's a huge decision.
Yeah, I know. I'm preparing myself. I'm doing my studies and understanding my case like way more. And of course, my doctor is aware of what's gonna happen. So whenever I decide to stop them, not now. I need more like a year or more. We can take the risk and try to stop them, and I think I will be like awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty brave, and it's interesting that the first thing that you thought about was the people around you, because you think, wow, you get the news that you're very ill, and then it's true. You probably think like, how are my parents going to feel if something happens to me? Because when you're gone, but it's people you leave behind.
No, it's just like for those things you gotta accept them, okay? And especially for my mom, like I love my mom so much and I appreciate it. So, and my mom, she's so emotional. So whenever I saw her face, and I knew like my mom stayed, like I got over it in 4 hours, like literally. I need to be alone for 4 hours. I just like get cried, screamed, and like wow, and then okay, done. This is done. Now we get to the other step, But my mom, she doesn't have this mindset. She's not, she's afraid because she's not herself. It's her son. So I'm like, okay, I need to make everyone feel better, and it's just a mindset. Everything in life is just a mindset. It's just how you control your mind. Everything else will follow.
So let's point out you are Lebanese, but you've been based in Dubai for how long now?
This is my 3rd year in Dubai.
Yeah, and you perform all across the Middle East?
Yes, of course. I used to be based in Lebanon and perform outside, and then I decided I need another platform, so I went to Dubai, and things are going well, thank God.
What's the most incredible trick that you perform?
Well, there's not okay.
The most spectacular. Do you have like a major, like a big thing? I mean, can you make yourself disappear? You mentioned that earlier.
Well,
I've never actually seen that in person. I've seen it like on TV, like David Blaine has done some stuff like that on TV.
Yeah, well, if you see my live show, like my big live show, you can see me disappear. Or if you like, I hate you so much, you will see me disappear as well. You know what I mean?
If what?
If I don't like you,
you'll disappear.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
that's good. That's a good trick to have.
Yeah, it's
you have to teach me that.
Exactly. Who you want to disappear from?
I don't know. Not necessarily people I hate. It's just like poof.
Like it feels good. And teleportate like to to chill to Maldives. I just want to be there, by myself.
Yeah. That would be a good trick.
So in my big show I do those kind of stuff. The big thing that I disappear, I appear there, like a woman levitates. You
can make
illusion.
people levitate?
Yeah.
On stage?
Yeah.
Like if I told you right now, like make me levitate.
I would tell you we can do this in yoga.
In yoga?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like we can do our meditation and you will feel like you flew.
So, okay.
So it's an illusion. What you're going to see on stage is just an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said before, like it will deceive you very well. You will be like,
yeah,
is this real? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we should do yoga together.
Yeah.
So what's your ultimate goal career-wise?
All right. So success, as this is what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, as a human being, basically, and because you're obviously someone who's passionate about what they do. So what's your ultimate goal in terms of what you want to achieve with your craft and as a person?
Okay, so let me tell you this. So I divide this to different things, okay? So my goal is, let's say, an achievement. But my success, it doesn't have to be in this achievement. You know what I mean? So like success is just not one quality. It's just like who you are and who you choose to be, and like living this life, like embracing what you have now and while achieving what you want to achieve. So my ultimate goal will be like if I will be like let's say lucky, because like I believe now I'm ready for whatever life gives me, but just like you need opportunities, and I'm not saying this as like, oh, I just need an opportunity. No, it's just like I'm there, I'm humble, I'm waiting, I'm ready to jump for any opportunity I get, but life should come in your way, and it will definitely, but you just don't know when, so you gotta be prepared for it.
Yeah.
So let's say my ultimate goal is just like to make people happy, like do a show that you come to my show, you live the show, and if you're happier 1% than you were before, I'm like, yeah, that's my ultimate goal.
Well, you're obviously a very thoughtful person.
Thank you.
And I would love to see one of your shows live.
I hope so one day.
You can catch Raymi in Dubai. He's a regular performer at Nikki Beach and St. Regis. He also does shows all across the Middle East. To find out where he'll be next, follow him on Instagram, illusionist Raymi, in one word, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for stopping by. And that's it for now. Hope you had fun with us. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments if you have any. You can also follow us on hakoati.fm and themensroom.show on Instagram so we can get to know you better. Abracadabra.
Poof.